guys, thanks for watching. Welcome to my channel Saumya's Bookstation. On this channel, I spread all the book love that I can. So if you like my videos, please like and share them and subscribe to my channel. And please do not forget to press the bell icon so that every time I post a video, you get notified. So last year I had made a video about the books that made me emotional. This video is kind of an extension of that video, or you can say a part 2. I am going to recommend a few books that are going to make you cry because the stories in these books are so sad. You know, it always makes you feel light if you cry from time to time after reading a wonderful book, and that's what these books do for you. So let's get into the video. The first book is Metamorphosis by Franz Kafka. A man named Gregor Samsa wakes up to find out that he has been transformed into a huge bug. Now, how this transformation came about has not been explained in the story. This is not a story that you pick up to read about the logic. You pick this book up to read about the themes of alienation and entrapment, which have been explained through the life of Gregor Samsa after his transformation. Since he gets transformed into a bug, his family is obviously horrified. You cannot blame them for that, but it is for Gregor Samsa that you cry. It is his sorrow that reaches you the most because he is in the worst position. And if in your entire life you have ever felt like people don't understand you or you have felt alienated, you can relate to this book at a certain level. The next book is The Book Thief by Marcus Zusak. Now, I'm going to say that if you pick this book up, you are in for crying. Honestly, when I started reading it, I was like that I'm already expecting to cry, so maybe I will not. But I did, and quite a lot. This book made me cry so much. It makes everybody cry so much. And if you haven't read this book, you should, because it's a beautiful story. This book is set in Nazi Germany, and it starts with a little girl named Liesel. And as the story progresses, it starts to accommodate a cast of characters that is so unforgettable. These characters, they just literally make their places in your heart without your even knowing it. You don't realize it that you actually get really attached to all the characters in this book. This book is over 500 pages, so for some people, this might be a long book. And the font of this book is not that big either. But trust me, this book is so interesting and such a page turner that you don't feel like putting it down. And you finish this book in no time. That is what happened with me, because this is such a wonderful book to read. And yes, this book is a definite tearjerker. You are going to cry your eyes out once you read it. The next book is The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. So this is the story of Patroclus and Achilles. Both of them are princes. Now Achilles is like the quintessential hero. He is brave, he is a warrior, and everybody admires him. Patroclus, on the other hand, is not at all a stereotypical prince. He is not strong, he's not brave. He's awkward instead. So he mostly stays in the background. His father doesn't really love him. He's always complaining about Patroclus's clumsiness. So as their destinies would have it, Patroclus gets exiled to Achilles' father's court, and there these two boys become friends, and as they grow up, their bond grows stronger and stronger, and they come really close. But then Helen of Sparta, she gets kidnapped, and Achilles, he has to go to the war, and Patroclus follows him. So this is a story that gives you the warning of impending sorrow. This is not a book that you read very fast. This is a book that you savor. The tears in the story come towards the end of it when all the sorrow is unleashed. The next book is Bath by Anuja Chauhan. So this is a book that makes you cry as hard as it makes you laugh, and trust me, it makes you laugh a lot. This is a story about a lively and brave Ishan Faujdar and a firebrand of a girl named Tehmina Daddy Seth. This is a love story. This is a story about war. This is a story about friendship. It has drama, it has action. You get to go through every emotion in the pages of this book, and to say the least, this book is an entertainer. When I had picked this book up, I was not even sure if I was going to like it, because for me it was a different sort of a book from other Anuja Chauhan books, because all her other books have female protagonists, but this one had a male protagonist. So I was not sure how she was going to go about Ishan's character, but she just created her magic in this book. The next book is Homegoing by Yagyasi. So this is a story about two sisters, Effia and Essie, who never get to know each other, and both of them have really different destinies. This story begins in Africa, and then it moves to the United States, it moves to London. So Homegoing is a story where you get to read about the lives of these two sisters, Effia and Essie, and also you get to read about the lives of the generations that follow them. So this book has a huge cast of characters, so you're not able to form a connection with any particular character in this book because there are just so many of them. But what makes you cry in this book is the events that you read about. Homegoing makes you cry because you can read only so much about racial inequality and unjust treatment. Homegoing feels like a fictionalized account of the atrocities meted out to an entire race, and it has been written so poignantly. It is fiction, but it seems very real, and that is why this book leaves such an impact. The next book is Homefire by Kamila Shamsi. So this is a story about Isma, Anika and Parvez. They are siblings. Isma is the eldest sibling. Parvez and Anika are twins and they're really close to each other. Isma treats both of them like her children, but when they grow up, Isma decides that it's time for her to live her own life now, and she leaves for the US to pursue her higher education. So this is a story that starts making you sad right from the beginning. It is a story that makes you sad for everybody as you read it. Isma, Anika and Parvez's family becomes the victim of the unfortunate choices and influences. This is a book that has talked about the plight of British Muslims. It has also talked about how terror outfits are able to influence youths who don't know any better, and the consequences of the choices that so many young people make, and how it has bad effects on their own lives and their families' lives. So this is what this book is about. As for me, I had started liking this book right from the first page and it did not let me down. It just made me terribly sad and it made me cry. So guys, these are the books that are going to make you cry if you read them. Let me know your own recommendations in the comment section for all the cry-worthy books. I would love to hear from you guys. I hope you found this video useful. If you want to connect with me on my social media, then the links are in the description box. I'll be back with my next video super soon. Bye!